Loading screens can be skipped by inventing a time machine. I mean, I was gonna cut this out, but that's kind of a funny loading screen, so we'll keep it. Day 371, a proportionate response. The rest of your shift passes in a blur, with the same words going around and around in your head. Operatives working for advanced detonated nuclear explosives. Initial estimates put the death toll into the millions. Did this really just happen? You pull into the driveway with no memory of the journey home. The light in the front room is on. Clearly, someone else is still awake. The door creaks open into the living room, and you find Sam sitting on the sofa, staring at the TV. The screen is off, and they're clearly lost in thought. Our daughter. You take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. They don't look at you, but they do reach up to take your hand in theirs. Now you're closer, you can see Sam's face more clearly. You see a look you've never seen before. Chris and Susie. They're both... I know. What do we do? What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Chris and Susie! And millions of others! All because of their fucking war, which we never asked for! Where there should be tears, there is only fire. Pure, raw fury. They're manic now. I hate them, Alex! I know you've always supported Advance, but after this... They're monsters! I need to know you understand that we're not going to help them anymore. Okay, Susie I thought was gone, but Chris... Also Chris? Because Chris, no. Chris is my spouse-in-law, right. My son is okay, but my son is pro-advance. No. Sam, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Nothing can justify what they did, and anyone who tries is just as bad as they are. Relief spreads over Sam's face like a wave, and they collapse against you, clutching tightly. Clearly, this was weighing heavily on them. You're not sure you've even fully processed it all yet, but at least you'll get through it together. Yeah, emotions are running very, very high right now. I don't have the kind of luxury or time to be thinking, oh, but you know, Advance did good things for us too. They were redistributing, they made the poor people better off, and homelessness was eliminated. No, they killed my daughter. They killed my spouse-in-law. Day 380. A final farewell. My family's been torn apart. The last week has passed in a blur. A rush of things to do, but all immediately forgotten. Your memory, clouded by a dark fog. 9 days since the so-called Liberation Night and the beginning of Advance's new future. You weren't the first ones at the church today. You were staggered by the number of people who have come to mourn with you. Everyone here for the same reason, sharing the same pain, the same sense of loss. It's written all over their faces, much as it would be on yours. You step away from everyone else, needing space to gather your thoughts. Your little girl, Susie, and Chris too, both just gone. Sam had said little since that evening, clearly still in shock. Not that you can blame them, you haven't been much better. Sam appears, silent, and squeezes your hand tightly, an act of desperation seeking comfort, and you squeeze back. Some small piece of you can't help but wonder, are you partly to blame? These scars will not fade quickly. There hadn't even been coffins to bury. If I hadn't pushed Advance forward, would things have played out this way? Oh, that's a tough question to think about. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What about Charlie, though? Wait, so am I to assume that the foreign countries accepted they surrendered then? There's been no more fire after that? Oh my god. So it's been like 400 days later, over 1 year later. It's a seemingly ordinary morning, academic exodus. But as you get into work, you find a small crowd gathered in the break room. When you go in to grab your first cup of tea of the day, you can't help but overhear some excited chatter. You didn't hear? Yeah, another one's gone missing. What's that bring the total up to now? Oh, I should think over 100 at this point. They won't all have been reported or noticed yet. Sorry, what's going on? An excited young woman turns to you and begins to explain. Another professor went missing from Queensview University. With all the other disappearances over the last year, scientists, doctors, researchers. She pauses before lowering her voice to a whisper. It's clearly Disrupt targeting the people speaking out against them. Disrupt? I even heard Advance are struggling to prevent further… A deep familiar voice from behind you interrupts. What exactly is going on here? A silence overtakes the room as you all turn in unison towards the doorway. Wait, Disrupt? Disrupt targeting what? Academics speaking out against Disrupt? Bozeman clears his voice before continuing. I've told you before, I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearances. Come on now, people. Advance have been very clear that they're nothing to worry about. And unless they start classing cappuccinos as intellectual, I don't think anyone here has anything to worry about. Best get back to work. Bozeman holds up a hand to you as everyone else files out of the room. Ah, but this is part of the Advance propaganda. It might actually be that those people are defecting to the Disrupt side. That's certainly possible, especially since these are all intellectuals. Look, between you and me, this leave it alone malarkey comes from on high. It's out of my hands. So I would appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further. And make sure the news is in line with that school of thought, yes? He gives you a pat on the arm and a smile before leaving to carry on with whatever it is he does during the workday. It seems that, for better or worse, public ownership is now in full swing. No, I can't get past myself anymore. I can't just be like, okay, boss, I'm gonna promote Advance and… Oh, whoa, another big skip. Day 850. A career in the making. You drum your fingers on the steering wheel impatiently as you wait for Charlie again. It's great that he's enjoying the Cohesion Cadets and is so enthusiastic, but does he really need to stay behind every week to help? It's your Saturday evening too, after all. Oh, he's still in that stupid camp. How though? Like his sister died. Oh my god. Finally, you see him exit the hall, a grin on his face. You can't help but smile back, the frustration starting to fade as you see him so genuinely happy. After hugging his friends goodbye, Charlie heads over to the car and gets in, his face flushed with excitement. So how was… You're interrupted as he can't contain himself any longer. Guess what? What? You play along with a smile. So obviously, the Cohesion Cadets is a starting point for becoming a CCO, so we get a head start when applying for that. Charlie gushes, clearly keen on explaining his news, almost tripping over the words in his efforts to tell you. Well, apparently, from next year, the top 5% of cadets will be taken into a special program to become CCMs, Community Cohesion Managers, and guess who's gonna be in it? He beams at you. I see. And what exactly do these Community Cohesion Managers do? Oh, well, basically they need a new liaison team between regular people, the CCOs, and the Betterment Department. And that'll be us! People come to us with concerns and we'll decide whether they need referrals and if so, for which department. Cool, right? I don't know if my son's gonna report me or what. I can't though, I can't. So you're gonna be helping people report on their friends and neighbors? Well, yeah, I guess, but only bad people. It's about helping the community, making it safer for everyone. Charlie frowns at you. You don't like the CCOs? Or the Betterment teams? I'm just worried about them having that much power and turning people against each other. Tch, you're starting to sound like the people that events are trying to help. Charlie looks at you, a serious expression on his face. Ah, don't worry. I'll make sure that everyone gets the support they need. This is a good thing for the community, and the team will be able to help everyone. He nods to himself and sits back in his seat. The mood in the car is somewhat icy for the rest of the journey home. You hope it's not a sign of where things are going. It all sounds good on paper. That's how it all gets people. My son is like, what, 15? He doesn't understand anything. A spark to light the flames. Day 872. Oh no, Night of Fire, what? I don't know how Charlie is living with Susie being killed by Advance and still okay with it though. Like, this is some serious brainwashing going on here, and as a parent, it was not a good idea for me to push him to that camp. You're surprised to find Sam in bed next to you when you wake up. They must have gotten in very late last night from drinks with the folks from school. You decide to let them sleep in and enjoy a lazy Sunday morning. With the house quiet, you decide to bring some breakfast into the living room to watch some TV while you eat. This is breaking news. Reports are coming in from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in flames last night as part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by the group known as Disrupt. You drop your spoon back into the porridge and turn up the volume. In addition to food stores, which government sources have said will put a strain on universal menu centers countrywide, a number of CCO and civic buildings were targeted in last night's attack. According to Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were forcibly extracted from lawful custody. You hold your breath, waiting to hear if anyone got hurt. Unfortunately, it appears that the CCOs were ill-prepared for an event like this, and Disrupt seemed much more effective and well-organized in comparison. While most of the targeted locations were thankfully empty of people, given the lateness of the hour, the betterment centers were fully staffed when they came under attack. Oh my god, Charlie! 17 CCOs and 4 administrative staff lost their lives as a result of the brutal actions of Disrupt last night, with countless more injured, many seriously, and rushed to hospital. A few Disrupt members were captured during the conflicts, but the vast majority seem to have evaded capture so far. More on the story as it develops. You go to turn off the TV. Oh god, thank god. You're interrupted by Charlie walking into the living room, bleary-eyed with a piece of toast. Anything interesting going on? He gestures to the TV. Mutely, you leave the news on as they cycle through the story again. Charlie watches in a hushed silence. By the end of the broadcast, they're dubbing it the Night of Fire. Everything's gonna be okay, right? I hope so. We'll have to see. Things are changing. We're just living under this advanced rule now, because they're not even being subtle about it anymore. Everybody's gotta get the membership cards. Everybody's gotta fall in line. Day 912. The Uprising. A year and a half since Liberation Night.
Alex? He's receiving. This is Alan James.
Oh.
The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and we need your help. Throughout this broadcast, we're going to ask you to do things that will directly help with this mass protest.
Crude Book
I'll
Club.
be talking to you regularly tonight, and I'll also be hacking in when I can. Please help get our message out. We're on the verge, Alex. You've always been fair and balanced in your approach to us. With your help,
Fair and
we
balanced?
can tip the balance in our favor. If you play our tape at the second break, that's when we think it will have the most impact. It's on your right.
Of Just the Job.
Fair and balanced? I feel he's buttering me up. There's no way for me to be neutral in this.
How should I know?
Okay, the most important one is the Illuminati one.
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never missed her birthday.
The joy of privilege. Okay, we'll play both.
Yeah.
Why not?
Robbery.
Play Disrupt, play Advance.
Double homicide of the same bloke. She's right, laugh.
I hope he's alright though. No,
He's got this far, and your brother was fine. I'm going in 10 seconds,
Oh,
everybody!
her brother's okay.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely. Going in 5, 4,
Megan,
3.
you're really living like this?
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing has been heard from citizen journalists since the violent Disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe.
Wait, is this a mistake? Because
with the last of the menu centers
they mentioned he's
opening
dead in the
territories
Disrupt
5,
tape.
8, and
Last
14
level.
Today, Advance confirmed that the program is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Jack Tractorpants, spokesman for the menu centres,
People
said
really
today
just
that
rolled
while
over
they can guarantee the
because we've got the
contents of
nuclear
every box
bombs.
is nutritious, the actual quality
They couldn't
of the meals you
not
cook
surrender.
depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer. If I were a rich man, problems in territories 11, 17 and 22 today
Oh my
as
God.
striking bosses attempted to undermine their new economies. With seemingly
This
no
is so City
awareness of irony,
17.
the former CEOs and MDs have come together to form the Wealth Creators Union, with demands including a return to 150% bonuses, private jets and mandatory grovelling zones. In an annoying show of petulance, the former elites drove their luxury vehicles at 10 miles per hour up and down the motorways of their respective territories. The coordinated protest of elites inconvenienced several 100,000 of their employees. Some fun now.
I'm not even
Signs
being
of
subtle about it
ever more
now.
Resistance to Advance's radical policies today, as popular resistance movement Disrupt extended their reach further across the territories. The organisation's emblem appeared in every major city across the territories last night in a well-coordinated publicity stunt, which has seen them dominate the headlines. Asked about the impressive display earlier today, Disrupt spokesperson Alan James said that the movement was reaching what he described as a critical mass. A poor choice of words given recent history. And an ending of sorts tonight for 3 stories we've been following. A fistful of dollars. After a highly profitable year, Remington's Fist today announced the opening of their new high-tech underwater corporate HQ. Astounding CEO Sophia Remington, pictured here, departing for the new HQ built using underwater FLAD technology, commented, "We've put windows everywhere. Saves a fortune on aquariums."
I can't laugh.
Happy ending there for Sophia Remington. Grave Cave. Char-grilled consequences today as a malfunctioning laser wall seems to have incinerated all life in Dante's taint. The high-tech barricade, which received unprecedented funding, was designed by David Wong to separate the battling brainiacs. David's pile of ashes did not immediately respond to our requests for comment.
David!
Beery-eyed, hapless entrepreneur Johnny Hamsleeves has sold a priceless collectible at auction today. The one-of-a-kind
the same,
piece
right?
was created after an accident at his high-tech bottling plant. Collector Ron Jobbins, who bought the work, said he intended to add it to his collection of historically significant session ales.
Oh my
He says
God.
He keeps it at the back of the fridge because it keeps giving him funny looks. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangly Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town.
We still
That's
playing
all
that
coming up
crap?
on tonight's
The notice board?
National Nightly News.
Okay, this is the perfect time.
Today is the day we take back control. Soon it will be time for you to help us again. Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
It was time well spent.
But First, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick?
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're live.
Of course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. She's lost it, mate.
I didn't.
Can you join me here live from the what? Can you join me here live from the what? Oh.
Shh. Maybe. Uh-oh.
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a moment.
Oh my god, it just immediately got cut.
Groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back.
I don't mind not censoring it, but I'm scared that would have, like, they're gonna do something bad to Patrick.
Lana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right. It seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan.
What?
I'm Megan.
Oh my god!
We are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
Wow.
For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make them look bad, Alex. Really bad.
I'll see.
It seems like
A little mix of both, maybe.
Here is Prime Minister Julia
Did he
Salisbury,
die in the war, or like?
of elegance to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends.
Teammates.
500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero.
Do a little bit of both.
Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before
it's him when he was young.
on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us.
Isn't that just the sports board guy?
Not to be content with the way things are. Not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage.
Okay, that's making him look bad anyway. He's
empathy and hard, bloody graft.
just constantly drinking.
A career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late-night chat show Petey, which at its peak drew millions of
Did they call it Liberation Night because everyone surrendered?
Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career.
Good lord!
Sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone. 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved.
Well, he seemed okay to me.
But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago.
Really?
I was supposed to give a speech, not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your keks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he'd stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man.
Well, I didn't want him to die. He was awful, but...
This glow beautiful and new, this shining beacon.
Maybe you could edit more in our favour next time. Things are about to get started. We have another chance to control the impression the public gets. You'll know when, Alex.
Apparently I did that too advancey. Shit.
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh my god!
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't!
Oi!
Come with me!
Megan is very calm. Why?
Are you hurting me?
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
I'm not resisting! Ah! Fuck
What are you doing?
I'm not resisting! You saw!
I am the Prime Minister, and if I give you an order, you will damn well follow it. Do you
Like
understand?
you, you have the right to be here.
This is news.
Fucking camera!
Whoa, 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 what the hell's happening here?
I can't hear you. I can't hear it.
I've got you. I've got you. Just stay with me. No, stay with me. I need help now! Please, stay with me. Please.
Julia Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people!
Is one screen disrupt, one screen advance? Yeah, oh yeah, this is making them look way better.
This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it?
Oh! See, it's making her look all compassionate if we do this screen. Oh!
Mom? I said, lower your weapons now! Center growth authorization was granted.
What are you doing? Come on!
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the...
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers, be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
You know what that means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this. We'll be back after this.
Damn, I was late to the ad.
Alex, but we can turn it around in the next segment.
I do want to do a disrupt leaning, but I don't know if I want to do a full disrupt leaning, but I'll try my best.
That's journalism, apparently. Can we get set for the next sequence?
It's the truth that if we... Oh dear. Like, people are gonna die. Right now, if we keep sticking with advance, less people might actually die. But if we want change because we don't like the current government, then sacrifices have to be made.
in this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the ear for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
So if we're completely like not receptive to disrupt, will Alan still come to me?
No.
Cameraman.
10 seconds, everybody.
Sorry, Craig. To know. And once you're gone.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolfe. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the notice board. Before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love the notice board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
Shut up.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey. You're welcome.
What's happening outside?
We've just heard our man's on camera 4.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense
Back to the interview, Alex.
something
1,
precious, and that
2,
I should use that platform
3,
for good.
4,
Yeah.
5.
That's really important, that we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it.
I know the ratings hurt, but we had to do it.
I've decided to help as many
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them the go.
Is that better access to education, or reducing
What
child
go?
poverty?
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean,
There's
any
bombings
challenge
happening
I
outside.
can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
You can hear the gunshots.
I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think actually that only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way before.
And I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough for me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the notice board.
Thank Lord. I mean, I'll play nice. I still want my boss to be happy. But it's a balance. It's a balancing act.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Oh my God.
Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace.
It's time for the go code. Give us 3 boos in a row, Alex. That will start the pincer movement. We might just pull this off. Push forwards! 3 boos, Alex.
Careful, Vicar. It looks heavy.
Ha! They don't
I
call
did
me the
one.
Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Yes!
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO.
That should be 3.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
First one didn't count. Come on, guys. We need to change the status quo.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me. A strong and capable
You did it, Alex. We're good to go. Charge!
to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town?
No, I can't make it too obvious.
Hi-ya!
Back to the regularly scheduled
Well done,
stuff.
Captain Evans, you're so much stronger than us.
Is that the algebra guy?
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not.
Bombing.
The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked. My
God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly,
No
if we
decency.
don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry. We won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature, but really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. Danger Evans.
I don't know if I caught the whole
community
censor
cohesion
thing.
team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open.
Blow, huh?
Me! Blackout!
There's gonna be a lot of violence with Disrupt working, but it might be necessary for change.
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team, setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you
I
doing?
can't believe people have been watching this for like 500 days.
Tombola. Then I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
I can't laugh.
Oh, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
Damn ferret has struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Hold it right there.
Cancel.
Ferret.
Cancel the show.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you. The vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get out of here, officer!
Amazing acting.
Captain, you could say you ferreted
Be careful of the commercial.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
The second one is disrupt.
We're all doing well.
I don't know if people are gonna be okay. I did a lot of disrupty things.
That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board. And
Goodbye.
What a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning. So don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Wow! What a brilliant run, eh? After party at my place, eh?
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing in your broadcast.
Oh, The Economist.
I'm an economist and commentator.
Sausage.
You've probably seen me on the news talking about Advance and how progressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry.
One last push, Alex. We're closing in. One of the guests in the last section is working with us. You'll be asked to censor on our behalf. If you do it right, the final orders will be given. You'll get 3 chances. Get at least 2 of them right, and we're going to win this thing. It's happening, Alex. Tonight we take it back.
Censoring on your behalf, trading one evil for another. This is really strong, though.
My jealousy grew.
Getting someone who used to be pro-advanced to say, okay, no.
I acted selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards Advance were.
But it seems like she's being...
I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping.
Is she being forced to say it, though? That's kind of what it feels like, too. Like, it feels like she's being held at gunpoint.
The country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Disrupt either.
We are
like,
infantilized by Advance's naive policies. Policies born from absurd, redistributive fantasies.
But at the same time, we need change.
I have whored myself out to the media to defend the indefensible. I have betrayed my parents.
She's reading a script.
I see that now.
Whoa, 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 Megan, Megan.
Dad, I'm sorry. Our only hope.
Sorry about that, Sarah.
The only hope now lies with Disrupt.
It feels like they made her do that. That didn't feel genuine.
5, 4.
Oh, but I have to.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking disrupt
Patrick's
attack.
gone.
But first,
I should have censored
I'm delighted
him.
to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Actually, screw everything about the entertainment here.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs.
This is shaken.
Charitable deeds, but the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Welonz, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John. We're having a baby.
can this be? Oh, woe is me. Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of safety.
In our tiny flat, we built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree. And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again.
No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub. Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
the parasite won't leave you alone.
How he's wrong!
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife, we got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband,
a wonderful wife, we got a childless life.
we're having a baby.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a baby.
Where's my cue from Disrupt?
No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless babies.
We're having a baby.
No more stars and no more weeds.
We're having a baby.
18 years on bills at least. Time for a whole new phase.
We're having a baby.
One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
I think I finally really got the hang of the whole beat now.
Amazing. The Novaries there, treating
Not
us to
important.
their opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the Capital Theatre District. And we'll be touring the territories later this year.
Right then, come on, you got.
Come on down, let's go. Don't be shy.
Hello.
Hi, Megan.
Hi. It's an honour to be here.
Oh, really? Are you fans of the show?
Yes.
Used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's get down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Hi. Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boram Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times, maybe?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples.
Oh.
In real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Wow, very diverse
confusion
cast.
In the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack. Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh god, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Mimbley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes,
I'm waiting for
had
this
to
rough
move
to
the
give me a
capital.
signal.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing.
I can't pay attention to this.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
About children.
Oh, am I really gonna do
And
this?
why you shouldn't have them.
We need change.
I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most
Like the
likely to be
unblocked
affected by this
words will
terrible
become its
problem.
own message, is my understanding here.
Problem.
Having children.
Well, you understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
Wow, this isn't about me.
Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives. And there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
Very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm
She's an
the chatty
agent.
one, because
You're the youngest, we know.
That was
It's
2.
our badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer. Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
Go ahead.
it's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John.
What's
have
Megan
got a
doing?
child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
I'm dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should
Alan?
be all of you. For too
Well, what's
long,
happening?
we've been
It's
told
suddenly in the middle of the
that
interview,
life
she stopped
without
talking to the
children
guests.
is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had
Patrick?
come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs.
Oh God.
It was an
No
experiment,
Patrick.
I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The noble is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events.
Dude, Patrick just got off. The real one.
Megan. This is Patrick Bannon reporting
Oh
from
my
the scene
God.
of this devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have been found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave, not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
She's completely clean, look at her.
or Palisades? Or Lemonade? Right. So, is the situation now, are we safe?
Yes, the security services performed their duties without hesitation, and I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths.
No civilian
Just
deaths.
Just before disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course, the camera, there's the camera. Speak there on...
I almost don't want to show this.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
He did say that.
Thank you.
His acceptance
Prime
speech.
Minister, thank you for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked
Oh,
out,
God.
Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Night News, but before we go,
Victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks risking arrest and getting those words to you, to the many hundreds and thousands gathering to invade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight we topple their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece. Channel 1. Time to wake up.
Hey, I'm helping you.
And they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe.
Okay, we'll play an advance ad, make people happy.
And, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home and stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over and we can once again focus our minds on building a new future with equality, fairness and resources.
Why are they still sitting here?
My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
Damn it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the fall of advance.
Oh my god. Oh!
Alex, see what you helped make happen.
Oh my god. It's hard to look at this and think it's right either. What? What? Oh no! Oh, we're losing! No! We mobilized, but it wasn't good enough. Oh no! That might be the worst possible outcome then. Disrupt destroyed the Channel 1 broadcast tower. All offensive words were censored. An interference-free show. Exceedingly poor edit because I was showing the fist symbol. You played one advert too late. Yeah, in the beginning. Advance angered by content. Disrupt effectively silenced. Oh my god! Disrupt ruined the broadcast. Disrupt effectively silenced. Advance angered. Oh no, that means we tried a resistance, but it failed. And now I am in deep doo-doo. Wow. Oh no. Disrupt effectively silenced though. I mean, my boss still likes me, but maybe I should have went in even more then because I wasn't determined enough. I didn't go all in. Maybe that's why Disrupt wasn't able to win. Or maybe Advance just have better weapons and technology to begin with because they do have nuclear bombs. And Disrupt doesn't really have that. But even then, like, oh my god, the stuff that we were doing for Disrupt, censoring, and then playing their ads, is exactly what we do for Advance too, but It's really not. You can't really clearly say one way or the other. I mean, that's the point of the whole thing, right? Jeremy's escape. I'm kind of curious because I'm pretty sure in the Disrupt hack, they mentioned that Jeremy died, and we saw that Jeremy died. Yeah. Jeremy lost his life, so I'm not sure like what is going on here. We saw the last one. Victory was not in sight though. Yeah, rising up, rising up. We saw these pretty well. They were executing everybody. I mean, Disrupt came to disrupt the memorial, that's why. But oh my god. Oh my god. Jeremy's escape.
So?
Jesus, so what?
How's he doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never misses her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest, double homicide of the same bloke.
Whoa.
She's right laugh.
They're asking Megan.
No, he's got this far, and your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody. I wonder what they're doing to him.
Maybe Megan is like secretly a double agent now. I noticed that she was not surprised at all when the attack started at the memorial.
Probably.
Yeah. Is that possible? And they were asking her, like, hey, do you know anything about Jeremy?
All that, plus we'll be taking... And titles, 30 please.
You know, I was so pissed off with Colin yesterday, and I couldn't remember why. And I racked my brain.
As a side note, I feel like Megan's face looks a little bit different. I guess it's been a good 2 years since this first started filming, huh?
You know, I was
like if you look at her here and here, I think she looks a little bit different.
So pissed off with Colin yesterday, and I couldn't remember why. And it was a dream.
That'll be all, thanks.
He had the body of a goat and the face of my mother. I'll tell you all about it later, yeah?
Yeah. Jenny, I want her out of here by the end of the titles, and I want a new one by the break.
Mariah?
Yeah, she's just complacent, and worse, she's a dream person.
Right away, Megan.
Maybe I'm hoping for too much. Like, I don't know, Megan seems like she's deep into this whole thing.
But you wouldn't see Megan Wolf down here, would you? No,
But
not
first,
anymore.
500 days
Jenny,
after
look
the...
at them over there. I had to battle through 10 of those bastards on the way in. They wouldn't let me come in. One of them grabbed my arm, wouldn't let go. I'll tell you, it's lucky I've been managing my own form of self-defence. Worked myself out because bang, straight on the floor.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting sick and tired of this. If I want to stand around here too much longer, listening to that whole bitch, lying for a ticket about missing that poor bastard check.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick?
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public
Oh,
ownership.
Patrick.
No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days.
Going live.
Yep.
Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live. Here.
And she's just giving a long speech about how, you know, Peter was a great man, or maybe not such a great man. Liberation Night. This is insane.
Perfect legacy.
The bombing should be happening sometime around here.
9, 8, 7.
So she's entirely unfazed by this. And I do mean entirely.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't. You two, come with me.
This makes Advance look good.
Don't panic.
Turn the camera off.
But it's different though. See, in the beginning, this was the part where advanced looked good. Now it's over here. And she's giving orders and making it look all less chaotic. But here, they're abusing the activist.
You have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off.
Curious that Megan's reaction to this whole thing is very muted.
Stay with me. I need help now. Stay with me. Please. Stay with me. No. Stay with me. I need help now.
Megan doesn't say anything. Because she's upset. She looks upset. But there's the security guy is here.
I said turn it off.
Shocking scenes.
We're showing you one side. It is the truth that, like, it's not like we're making up the camera angles, but by showing some and omitting others, you're already crafting a narrative.
The latest from this disrupt attack later. Does anyone know if everyone's safe? Are the crew okay?
All fine. The bomb was a good distance from the unit base.
Oh my god. This is becoming a weekly event.
It's different tonight. This is the big one.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside and we're after dangly fucking parts.
That's journalism, apparently. Can we get set for the next sequence?
Oh dear. I don't even care about the notice board.
What? No.
10 seconds, everybody.
Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, she's being...
Okay, we are going in 5.
She fired the previous person and now the new person just got fired. Yeah, the camera was focused on the disrupt symbol for a while. Forget the episode. More propaganda. I'm kind of curious what all the orange censoring did though, what the final product is. But if we want to see that, we might have to go to the broadcast section.
Hey, after party at my place, eh? Yeah? Hey, I've got a new grill out back.
Yeah, what was happening when she started talking to... She's getting real stuck up, isn't she?
Party. Oh,
Oh, this was already the end of the musical, I think.
Both dancing break. We'll be both dancing and learning. So don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Whoa!
And then she's like, bye, and then she leaves.
Run, eh? After
Bye.
Please, Sarah, anything.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm Maddie. Jenny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
Did she?
You gonna fire her too?
That's my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade. You can run back to Jenny now.
Oh my god, she's being a real bee these days.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
Musical. This is enough. About something about having babies when, even though they were wearing condoms, and now you're gonna have problems.
Which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district, and we'll be talking.
Are you fans of the show? Used to be. So where did Megan just start tuning out.
To a family unit, but advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book.
She was saying very specific
movie.
words. Oh, she probably caught on.
They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
You're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one, because
you're the youngest.
She probably didn't say anything though, like she was talking to her assistant the whole.
John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and
She's
dreams.
full of herself these days.
And there's lots of singing.
I'm dancing.
But you can't actually hear what they're talking about. So I guess that's that.
Well, thank you all so much for coming in.
Oh.
Before
To cue me, I can't hear properly. This thing's useless. Are we live? What's happening? No, I can't hear. No, that's no better actually. Was that a test? It looked like a test. Fight now. Okay. On your go to go.
It's Patrick. Are you okay?
Thank you, Megan. This is Patrick Bannon.
We're all still looking at the
reporting
cameras.
from the scene of tonight's devastating
In the newsroom.
and symbolic attack tonight.
no, sorry if you.
I understand it. Just. Are you okay?
Thank you.
Sorry to have to cut you off there. I hope you understand it. Just stuff happens in the newsroom.
Emergency broadcasts every week because we're getting bombed every week.
At the end of the show, just a couple of minutes if you don't mind.
She's worried. She's watching. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Give you?
From them.
Of course. What did you expect tonight? Freedom of expression. And that was a joke, by the way.
Do that.
It's just like the news. We shouldn't even be here. Look what's going on out there.
It's important that we were here.
People need musicals in times of darkness more than ever.
Do they, though?
They need real action more. I mean, entertainment and being mentally healthy, that's important, but you gotta do stuff too.
Do not become another.
Right on set, please.
Yeah, but when they come back, they don't even cut to the people again. It's just Megan talking.
Territories.
Through a series of coordinated attacks, these terrorists are attempting to undermine advances right to work. However, sources at team headquarters have told us that this last-stage revolution was not only predicted, but
allowed to happen.
Oh.
Our government have lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe.
Oh no, so they, on some level, they expected
The
it.
military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home and stay with Channel 1. Because the team has assured this program that the turbulence will soon be over.
We missed this part because we played the Disrupt thing.
And we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness, and resources for all. My name is Megan.
She looks very tense.
Let's make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
God, I think I threw up a bit in my mouth just then.
Surprised that there's any room in there with all the lies.
Excuse me, miss. Can you come with me, please?
Oh no.
Jim.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jill, what have you done now?
Sorry, sir, can you please stay in your seat?
That's my wife.
Right, we'll be back in a minute. Just need to have a conversation first.
Oh, they figured out.
Understudy.
I'll call Jackie. If she's not free, we'll use Jessica, Judith, Justine, or Gemma.
Oh, Jenny can sing.
Megan can piss off.
Yeah, Megan thinks about doing that a lot these days.
Oh no, we might have pushed them to their deaths. Oh no. Oh god, I don't have the... Yeah, Katie's confession. I don't think this was a script. This was not real.
You've probably seen...
She looks like she's been beaten up.
And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry. And to beg for your forgiveness. My parents are not rich. My mother was a nurse and my father worked in a factory. I was the first member of my family to go to university. But I always envied I don't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table.
I'm not sure I agreed with that, but okay.
Under advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by advance's naive policies. Policies born from...
This sounds like the rich people trying to...
I have poured myself out to the media to defend the indefensible. I have betrayed my parents.
Yeah, this isn't it. This is not it.
Dad, I'm sorry. Our only hope, the only hope, now lies with Disrupt.
It just sounds like the 1% people, the streaking people. But like, you know, a more radical version of that.
The team should be your number one priority. But families are important too. And putting food on their table is a responsibility that, for too long, has been much harder for some than others. Unlike Disrupt, the team believes that tasty, nutritious food is a basic human right. That's why the wonderful, locally sourced food we provide at our universal menu centers ensures every member of your team is getting the vital vitamins...
Yeah, but they were saying earlier that they weren't able to get everybody these rations. And people want to choose. Oh, we can choose, apparently.
Because like you, Advance believes all our needs are equal. From a healthy breakfast to a home-cooked dinner.
Team is always at your table. Minimally packaged, lovingly
prepared, and absolutely free. Isn't that how you've always wanted food to be? Universal menu centers, because teams don't thrive on empty stomachs.
There's no freedom. Everything is already pre-decided. Looking at the important ones first. It's always these two people.
Traditional British.
Oh, Remington's Vis is like on the up and up. It's a recruitment ad. Okay. Oh, Crazy Neil closing down.
Oh! Business deal! I was eating out the other day. I say eating out. I was down an alley in a dumpster, but that doesn't matter. I found forks! They've already been used once. I've licked them clean.
Ooh!
Knives too. Buy a fork, get a knife. Get a knife, buy a fork. Fork!
I mean, he's still got the same zeal. But I'm so sorry to hear they are going out of business. Maybe because I haven't played his ads for a long time. Because I never bought into his company. I'm sorry. He's just swearing now.
It's Crazy Neil with a begging
The colors are all sad.
And have a crazy time at Crazy Neil's going out of business deal of a deal. Stick, you hear?
Oh god, Neil, are you okay? I feel bad. It's my fault. I haven't played his ads in a while. What about Eye of the Beholder?
Introducing.
What is that now?
And can't be matched.
Ooh! What the hell is she like? Oh my god.
Only ladder level.
Okay, that's really freaky. That was like a mortician shot. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. It is! Oh my god. Well, at least they're doing well and we're profiting from the shares and all that. Oh, it's the magazine one. What about the free stuff?
Privilege gives you everything you need for an unearned.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I kind of just want to know what's gonna happen with the nation here, but things are looking kind of. I don't know what's gonna happen because I thought we were gonna be able to squash Advance or at least take back some influence from them, but Disrupt has been silenced now, even though we tried so hard. So moving on, what's gonna happen? Advance will just continue uninterrupted then? But there's so many people unhappy and people are dying. This can't continue. Something has to change in this situation. Oh my god.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you.